Good morning. Hopefully you can hear us. It's a very blustery, windy, and the sea is very noisy behind me, but fingers crossed I've got you close enough to me and you can hear me, because today I'm going to touch on a subject that is very close to my heart, but it's a subject that I suppose we're a little bit mindful about discussing. But I think the more we talk about it, the more we're aware of maybe our little actions and what we can do to help prevent it. And it's triggered really by something I saw yesterday on LinkedIn. And it made my heart sink, as reading about anyone that has, committed suicide does. But this one, I don't know, it was, this husband, father, he was a Royal Marine. He was really high up in the Royal Marines. It's another statistic. He's in that category of men where, they are in the highest risk category. And he took his own life. And the post that I saw shared just made me feel so sad, but also kind of made me go, Lou, you have to keep doing what you're doing. I don't have all the answers, and I'd like you at the end, I'm going to ask you all to do just one thing at the end of this. So if you can stick with me and bear with me if I go a little bit off piste. But I just think that this is why I do these things. I don't have all the answers on how you actually stop somebody from doing it there and then. I've done my suicide first aid course, so I do know that in that exact moment they're not thinking of anyone else. They really do believe usually that they just need it to end, whatever that is for them, and it's really difficult to understand when you leave the carnage that they leave behind, the love, the loss, the angst, the devastation. But I do also believe that while lots and lots of us are raising awareness of how do you spot the signs of poor mental health, and it's not just about spotting somebody who's suicidal, it's the build-up. I really believe, sorry, I've got to keep looking down, you should see the state of the mud. I do believe that if we understand the symptoms and the signs of where we're at with our mental health, how important it is to get help early on, how we can help others seek and understand that living with anxiety doesn't have to happen. Depression, there are ways in which you can help lift mood. There are so many things, and it's probably why I share what I share. Is because I do think that if you get them early, if you can slow it down, if you can interrupt those early onsets of the momentum that leads people to that place where they feel like that's it, that's the end, then surely that's a good thing. So when we and I and everyone else talks about looking after ourselves, sorry, I'm really super cute. Overwhelm, feeling like you've got to be all things to all people, not quite knowing how to get off the treadmill, not quite knowing where to say, actually, I'm not right now. I can feel this happening, I can feel that happening. The strong person in the house. That we're not all strong all the time. I don't care what anyone says. We have shit going on in our heads. When they become loud, that's when, and it's all negative, then that's a warning sign. But I think when we are so used to being in a role or being in a position or doing what we do, getting off is really hard. Turning around and saying, actually, I need some support, or, for somebody to be able to say that to you is quite hard as well. And, you don't have the answers. I know that. We don't all have the answers. We do have good ears, most of us. Learning to listen, learning to reassure, not just saying, oh, everything will be all right. That's such a mental, an intrinsic British thing, I think. have a cup of tea, although there's nothing wrong with having a cup of tea and a conversation and a biscuit. So for me, you know, seeing another loss, this amazing man who had the most amazing career will be another statistic, does make me sad, makes me incredibly sad. And I could actually cry, and I didn't even know him, because I know the devastation that it leaves behind. I've witnessed it. I've seen the heartache of what suicide does to people left, and I really, really wish I had, you know, the answer. All I can do is think my little Wednesdays hopefully lift people's spirits. If it encourages one person, and I have had lovely messages from you all, and you know, I know that some of you really struggle with stuff, and I want you to know you don't have to all the time. It's okay to take a day out, have a mental health day, you know, go and sit on the beach. It's very rough today, noisy. I know some of you love hearing it. Get yourself to the doctors. You know, look after yourself, put in a new routine, change something up, share something. Stop yourself from going down that rabbit hole of it doesn't have to happen. And I think that's probably one of the most heart-wrenching things about when someone takes their own life, when somebody literally, you know, you just want to be able to interrupt it. So I hope that all of us and all of you can just help one person not get that far. And that's, we won't know the impact we have. We don't know the impact we have on other people's lives half the time. I still draw on things that people have said to me over the years, and they have no clue. I do sometimes tell them, but little moments of inspiration, a kind word, a door opening, flowers on the doorstep, bar of chocolate through the post. So it does have an impact. Don't ever underestimate that. And I think that's what I hold on to. I would love to be able to manifest no more suicide in the world. I'm not quite sure how that happens. So I just have to draw on the fact that if I help just one person understand a little bit more that, you know, suicide isn't a selfish act. It is an act of pure desperation of people just not really knowing that's it. They can't go on. You know, and if we can together help someone seek help before it even gets anywhere near that stage, you know, I thank my lucky stars that I was brave enough and I was supported enough to go to the doctor 7 years ago. I now know how to look after my mental health to stop myself from getting poorly. I now can work hard and know that I can put things in my diary so that I can just press pause. And, you know, I'm here on a Wednesday morning. It's my busiest month. I'm raising the awareness of mind and working the campaign, and I'm very grateful. I've got a very full diary, but I'm also going away next week for a few days with the fam, and we will take time off. So it is about balance, but it's sometimes hard to know how to start it. And when you are on that treadmill of that you think you can't get off, that's the hard one. So help someone do it, help someone take a step, help someone just be reassured to go, do you know what, you don't have to do it. And maybe that's what you do. So I said at the beginning of this, I'd like everyone to do one thing. Mind their hashtag for the campaign this month. It's World Mental Health Day on Sunday. But the whole month, everyone in Temple Spa and lots of people are doing things to help raise the awareness once again, the importance of health, mental health, looking after our headspace, and what that looks to you. And they'll do one thing. It's just about what can you do. Now, it might be for you. It might well be that your one thing is, actually, I'm going to prioritise myself today. I am going to say no to something that's not good for you, making you feel good, or you're going to say yes to somebody that has actually offered to go to coffee, or you are going to make a phone call to the doctors. if you're in a real state, if just look at the minimum you can do to make yourself feel good. And I think, my very dear friend Andrea talked about some podcasts that she listened to, and on this podcast it said, on the days where you really have no clue what you're going to do, what's the bare minimum that you can do? So have a shower. Even if you've got to sit down, have a shower. Empty the dishwasher. Or don't. Put it on twice. I love that blog. It's a brilliant blog if you've never read it. I think you can Google it. Put the dishwasher on twice or something. It's brilliant. Go to the beach. Book the fitness class. I don't know, get the self-help book. Make a phone call. I don't know. Do your minimum. If you can help someone. If you know somebody that's been going through a rough time and they've ignored you, or you've not heard from them in a while, just try again. Pop a bar of chocolate through their doorstep. My friend gives curly whirlies to people, and she does it in her team, and I love curly whirly. I mean, who wouldn't want to receive a curly whirly through the door? It's one of the funniest chocolate bar names ever, a curly whirly. And if you're Scottish, it's even better to say. I love listening to somebody who's Scottish say curly whirly. It's not about huge things. It's just about doing one thing that will help someone. Pay for someone's coffee in the queue if you can. I remember my friend Mandy. She was chuntering away in the drive-through of Costa once, and she had to phone me because she was really getting cross with this woman in front, and whoever it was in front paid for her coffee, and she could not have been more blown away by that simple act, especially as she was really getting a bit agitated. So you just don't know what the impact of your actions are, and the words that you say to yourself and to others. And I, like I said at the beginning, I have no clue how to bring down those statistics of suicide. I wish I did. I wish I knew. I wish I wish there was a magic formula. All I can do is try, do my best to do things, and that is why I keep showing up live. Next Wednesday I'll be in Cornwall. I am hoping I still do it because I am away. But yeah, so a bit poignant for everybody, and like I said, just one thing would be amazing, and raise the awareness, and try not to judge people that do. It's hard to take a step. It's hard to put yourself first. I appreciate that when you are so used to being all things to all people all the time, but we don't have to be. It is really important that we stay strong, we stay safe, we look after ourselves, and if we have got the strength and the energy, give someone else the benefit of that too. So there you go, that is my Wednesday's words of wisdom today. Do your one thing. Be kind. Have a great day. I'll just show you the beach and the Mewstone. I'm not swimming today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye.